I'm gonna go move around with my wife for a while. You probably get off. I'm figuring about 3, 4 o'clock. So ooh, nigga, you got a nigga wide open, Bob. Why you waiting? Nigga tripping. All right, G man, you too, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead and knock this out right quick. Put this chew clock on.
Hey, G man, you doing something over there too, though, boy. Like you the only nigga in the NFC. I look at the you know the player of the week shit, bitch. You got offense and defense.
Well, that's like good, but that's against. Nigga, I gotta get better against users. Nigga, I gotta get that shit against you. The motherfucker don't show up against users.
Here we go.
That's when I need this shit. These niggas get users. It's to the point now the computer. I'm not gonna say I worry about losing, but for the most part, I'm pretty comfortable playing it. I'm like, yeah, it's just a stat fest. But that shit hurt when I play the users. And I mean, yeah. In the beginning it was fun, but now it's just like
the first carry out for the BYU man is Jamal Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Took that bitch to the house on the first.
10. Touchdown, Sam.
About time for a nigga to win, so
His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Did Seattle have a shot at the play?
The very first play from scrimmage. How about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And
people always talk about doing
that nigga took that
that
nigga took that bitch 75 yards to the house.
Offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? But we saw exactly what happened there.
Oh, are these niggas? Are they trying to make? Are they eligible for? They're trying to make the
team specific too.
This one taken just inside the 10.
They're the number one rushing team in the league, nigga.
On the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Most attempts, most yards. Fucking right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm told like this right now, so shit. Oh.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Man, that boy balling. I got me one over there. He just was nigga that was developed late. They had him 2 years on the shelf. Yeah, he should have been built up, you know, but shit. This time next year, that boy gonna be
17 yards and a first down.
Yeah, boy,
a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's
I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Depending on how the field look, but I still got the nigga I drafted. You know what I'm saying? Backing him up. And that nigga, you know, fuck. He getting his little upgrades. You know what I'm saying? So shit. He's gonna be alright at the quarterback position. I figured. If we go trade for one, or, you know, whatever. We pretty good because we feel in Josh Allen, we got a franchise quarterback. We wasn't sure for shit. What I'm saying now, he gonna be all right.
The 40, not quite to the 35.
Yeah, he gonna be good, dog. I'm telling you, especially if the Pro Bowl boost half as good as it used to be, nigga. I can get that boost.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs in that
playoffs
time.
Pro Bowl.
Scary.
Pro Bowl.
Boston Scott.
Cause you know they don't play the game, really, but you still get the points for making it. Just nigga, you could get a million points last year.
Reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone, and the
You know me, yeah, on
touchdown
that level,
is
I don't really
now
care. As long as that bitch
his.
ain't affecting nothing,
Go
all
ahead
it's
and
gonna do is
strap
give a
in,
nigga more
partner.
shit to do.
Less
You
than 2
feel me?
minutes in, had the
As long
score
as
on
it
the one
don't
side.
affect
A
what I'm
quick
already
answer, though, to
doing,
get
I
the
don't care.
equalizer.
Sometimes you get that
And
sense
it
of
shouldn't
urgency that
affect nothing,
ratchets up, right?
right?
When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done
Yeah,
fast?
man.
And they absolutely did.
When you switch
Essentially,
it over, I
we're
don't
back to
lose my
even, aren't we?
team. We
Looks
fucking
good
not.
on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we fucking not. Only thing though, I think the difference there that y'all might already know is when you're in
So a
owner's
tie ball
mode, you
game
got
here
like
as the kick's away.
you gotta fire the coach. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a
And
fucked
this
up
will
record,
not
the
be
computer ain't gonna
returnable. It's out
fire
of the
you
back of
because
the end
you know
zone
what
for a
I'm saying.
touchback.
You feel me? That's the only
Seattle
thing.
now
But
ready to
shit,
march
at
onto
this
the
point,
field.
too, I ain't
And
really
they hit
tripping.
the
I
home
know
run
I ain't
last
going
drive.
to
One
you know,
play
Kansas
on the
City for
ground
the
all
game
the way
over.
to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Balling
Partner, I love your
anything, you
description
know.
because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a
Unforeseen
passing play,
shit.
aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball,
He'll
but
be
how
there
about
all
them just
fucking
taking it
all day.
big
So
time jaunt. Now if you're coming back
I'm
out, now
cool
they've
with it, me,
established this
dog.
run game, the play action pass could very well be open. I call that play a success. A nice
Hey
inside
man,
run sets up a very
I'm good.
manageable
Schedule me
second
on.
down,
I could
a very
always like this
solid
game
gain
out
on
there.
that play.
On second down, here's Wilson.
I
Quick
love
hitter
that
here,
little
it's
shit this
complete.
back early. Like,
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like
no,
that, it's
nigga giving
third
him that
down.
bird, huh?
A
God
pass for
damn.
negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I
I
like
think we
when
were
you do
seeing
like
it at the
that, though.
same
Like,
time,
nigga
weren't
can't
we?
get no pass
Maybe
rush. You
you
could
wrote
just
that
stand
one.
there and
And he's
chill.
going to be
Nigga,
grabbed
get down
and
that
pulled
bitch.
down.
Yeah, beat the bomb the shit out you.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the
Hell
Week. He
yeah,
got a
nigga.
lot of
Yeah.
praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in
The
their
bomb
defense,
their
and
ass,
you can
bro.
see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
That look, they won't be disrespectful. Light their ass up.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Oh, Lord,
Well,
nigga
this
wide
is the
open.
reigning
Jeez.
NFC
Oh,
Offensive
that
Player
nigga
of the
tripping.
Week. Runs like that might get
I'd
him
hit
another
that
award.
bitch that long one.
Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that hitting the
That'd be no
defense hard
problem.
early?
That
And,
nigga
of
be
course,
hitting it too.
carrying the
Damn.
momentum from last week into this week's game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To throw on second down. Fry. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early,
It's
didn't we,
3-0,
partner?
but he in the
Right
nice
out
little
of the
pocket
gate,
right
we
now,
knew he was going
dog.
to have a tremendous year. But
Nigga
who
don't
knew
know where
it
that
would culminate in breaking this?
And he'll take it into the end zone for the
Oh,
Saints
boy, look. That
touchdown.
nigga beat.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
Oh, Lord, Bonnie, dude, nice
Sets
shit.
him up nicely for second down. Ahead of schedule. Quick slant, caught by Moore. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. As you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Back to throw. Fry rolling to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here you go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after 11. of one.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. Only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and throw for it here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Fry. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Moore, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything
that's number 19. It looked like
back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Fry. And that's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fry. And Thomas has it. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll go on the ground. And a nice spin into some open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side.
But under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw on second down. Fry. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Thomas the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
319. Leopard.
On third down, here's Kamara. And spins away. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense took.
I'll be right back.
Timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A spin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We got a playoff first basket.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. A beautiful spin and room to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett uses the stiff arm. Tyler Lockett, the 40, the 20, 10, and touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 96 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative.
Just that game, I'm supposed to lose.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And you can see it, as many of you know, they have clinched the NFC South, but as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
Remember the days when there were jokes about the NFC South, about how volatile a division it was, that you can go from worst to first just about every year, and stats actually proved that out. But in recent years, if you come out the NFC South, that's a Super Bowl contender. I mean, in the past couple of seasons, Carolina came out of the South, Atlanta came out of the South. So look out. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now, because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Back to throw. Fry. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins past him and into space. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. This D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason.
All right, though.
He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably used.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially accelerating, and off he goes. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a handoff looking right. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Here we go now. 3:19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. There he goes inside the 30. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to work his way down to the 16. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll run it here. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Now let's go. Green 39.
He's going to get it running right. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.